Hello, good afternoon, and a warm welcome to today's edition of The People's Verdict. Your host, I am Kaptula Afias, in the studio for today, the 26th of December 2023. And we must say that it's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful afternoon as well, that we're experiencing some form of rains here in the Lusaka city, which is the capital of Zambia. And hope also in your area it is happening as the same, and we're hoping that you are getting to do farming here and there. Well, today in the studio, I'm joined by Mtendere Ward 34 Councillor, Mr. Boniface Chibeka. We are discussing implementation of community projects in his ward in Mtendere as regarding 2023, as you are aware that we're coming to the end of the year. Mr. Chibeka, good afternoon, and a warm welcome to the show this afternoon.
Thank you very much, Afias, and good afternoon, viewers.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mr. Chibeka, our discussion this afternoon is basically to appreciate the implementation of community projects in this year 2023, as we are aware that the Constituency Development Fund has been increased to 30.6 million kwacha, which is a third increment. But before we go into the discussion, yesterday I do recall that I caught up with you. I was in your ward where I captured some projects that are taking place there. I think it is going to form basis of our discussion this afternoon. Let's just get into that clip before we proceed.
Okay, sure.
Some residents of Lusaka's Mtendere B have expressed sadness over the state of Mahatma Gandhi Road. The residents say rubble was dumped on the road and left unattended to, worsening the flood situation in the area. One of the concerned residents, Isaac Piri, says due to the poor road works, rainwater is flooding their houses.
Foot as a result, foot very blocking and our drainage video so it's not things B so pempako cherodi mvula moyendera pa na matika wansomvera bwino mamoto kama pitapa wagaye somvera mushe so pempako che boma irangane.
David Insofwa says if the situation is left unchecked, people risk contracting diseases such as cholera due to lack of drainage system in the area.
Kwazi drainage system ya wakapanga nchina cholera ingachepeko kwazi wantu wena nguwa matama bini ishani watandwati so basically vija ndivileta cholera amene kwazi mabini yazakangena manyumba basically vada vadwala madairia madisentry so if it pempa chekuli government tilanga nineko kuno kumtendere B section.
Mtendere Ward 13 Councillor Boniface Chibeka, however, says the roadworks are ongoing and the gravel was recently dumped.
Improvement under CDF of 2023. That is our contractor is ZNS. And I wish also to state that it's barely actually 3 days since they were dumped there. It's not, there isn't much time like that. It's been more than a week. No, it's in fact less than a week when they were dumped there. And it's for the good and the benefit of the same community. Then the issue of drainage, there's no drainage there, I can confirm. But in CDF 2023, what we have started doing there, it will actually includes a drainage to drain the water off from Tendere to the Chainama Golf Club.
For Camnet TV News, Afias Kaptula, Lusaka. Hello there, thank you very much for still staying with us. You are watching The Verdict and we're just getting started in the studio this afternoon. I'm hosting Mtendere Ward 34 Councillor, Mr. Boniface Chibeka. We are appreciating the implementation of projects in his ward as far as 2023 is concerned. Mr. Chibeka, just for starters, we just want to appreciate your background in coming into politics. Just to briefly explain who is Mr. Boniface Chibeka and when did your ambition to start politics commence?
Thank you very much. In terms of politics, I would say I started somewhere around 2001. That's when I started the politics. Mm-hmm. Yes, so of course we are just from completing in school, high school in 2000. Then 2001 there was the issue of Anderson Masoka fever, so we joined politics. Then from there on, Michael Sat also came in. then we jumped to Microsat as a patriotic front. Yes, I think since then I've been a member of PF, except in 2016 when I stood as the independent councillor under Mtendere Ward.
Is this your first term contesting, or it is the second term? I mean, being as a councillor, this is the second or first?
This is my first term being elected as councillor. But of course I've participated before in 2016.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. The Constituency Development Fund, as we have mentioned already here on the show, it has been increased to 30.6 million kwacha. I just want to find out, how is the demand for community projects in Mtendere Ward 34?
Yeah. Thank you very much. I would say the demand is too high. As you may be aware, Mtendere is not yet developed, unlike the way PHI Benwinga. PHI Benwinga is also under Mtendere Ward, but it's a new settlement, Benwinga, as compared to Mtendere. Mtendere has been there even before independence. Zambia got independence, but Benwinga, it used to be under China. It was just a bush where we used to, as the children, we used to just play, or when going to school, you use that same bush. But today it's more developed than Mtendere compound. So in terms of demand, there is more demand from the compound part than those areas like PHI Benwinga as well as Helen Kaunda. Helen Kaunda, all they are crying for are drainages. That's all. It's already it's a very good planned area, so they need drainages. And also the other thing, I hope once Lusaka Water and Swarage finishes with Mtendere, in terms of installation of water and sewage pipes as well as the sewer line, they can shift to Helen Kaunda to, I think, to redo the network. Is overdue. It's an old network which needs to be redone, because barely a week we have sewer spillages as well as blockages in Helen Kaunda. Then the other thing that so where there is a lot of demand is actually Mtendere compound, Mtendere township. That's where there's a lot of demand in terms of development. As you may be aware, in fact, both tarmacs comes from Arikinkata. The one near Rubies, it comes from, that is off Arikinkata through Vera Chiruba to market. The other one again, where Arikinkata ends inside Mtendere to police station, then they merge those two roads, then it goes up to PHI. That's the only third road network. The rest and the vast area of Mtendere has no third network. And I believe and hope that the government will do something, because of course there's something being done in terms of CDF, upgrading of those feeder road, but apart from that, and the bottom line that we need third road in Mtendere. Of course, what has been done, like from Mtendere Kazmai, Mtendere Clinic to Msonda, then Chitukuko to Maplot Niza, is commendable because the road was impassable. But the bottom line, at the end of the day, we need such roads to be tarred. That's when it will mean a lot to us.
Talking about drainages, we have seen that, like from the clip we're just from watching, there's a road, that Mahatma Gandhi Road, where ZNS has started to work on the stretch. However, the issue of drainages, this is now perhaps the second year you've been in office. What has been the challenge for implementation of a drainage system in the compound?
Thank you very much. I'm not privy to the contracts which they sign between the contractor and the Lusaka City Council, but suffice to say that in presenting all the projects, we have all included drainages, because there's no road that can survive without a drainage, because the water needs to be carried along the drainage and not on the road. So like I'll give you an example. For 2022, yes, they did the roads, which is at as feeding crusher land and stones, but they don't have drainages. So some of the roads, in fact, as I'm talking, they've been washed off because due to lack of proper drainage system. So drainage is very critical. Even at Mahatma Gandhi Road, that one which is being done, which is being connected to PHI, it carries and the supervisors of Lusaka City Council that they should ensure that the drainage is well done. And apart from that, even those people who have built their properties beyond their boundaries, they've come in the road. In fact, like if we look at the road, Matimagan to PHI, find that most of the developers of those properties have encroached on the main road where the drainage should actually pass. There's even a shop there where we are even advising the people who are developing that property that actually they were developing along where the drainage is going to come. So, meaning that there will be no excuse but to demolish that, so that it's better one property is damaged than a lot of properties. So that we need, it's a must, we need drainage from there. And what could have delayed the works there is actually the rains. Otherwise, the contractor ZNS, Zambia National Service, came on site and started delivering material in preparedness to kickstart the works. But I would say an act of God, force majeure has come in, which has interfered with the works. And of course, we need the rains, because we cannot say we don't want the rains. We need the rains, but development should go side by side with the rains. And also to the contractors, I think it's high time we stop pointing at the sky. By now, we could have developed certain machinery and certain equipment and certain type of material, whether come rain, come sunshine. You just wait. The world has developed, it has moved, the world is moving. We cannot just be business as usual that, oh, if it is raining, we can't build a road. If it is raining, we can't build a house. No. I think the world has evolved and it has moved. We should also move with the time. The rain should not be a hindrance to develop.
Yeah. Now, what is coming out from our discussion seemingly is the issue of delays, because I'm sure the rains in Zambia, they conclude in April. Or are you also being affected in terms of the delays in general, in terms of procurement and all those issues? Because the drainage, I believe, should have, that road could have been done even by October or somewhere there.
Yes, actually, we have suffered a great deal of derailment in terms of implementation. As you may see, we are now summing up the year of 2023, but 2023 projects, that's when they are just being implemented. And we talk of 2022, in terms of desks, they have never been delivered up to now. So the issue of procurement, I think the government should look at this law of procurement and do some repealing in some of the sections of the law, so that there should be that smooth delivery of service, because that law of procurement is there to protect the public money in the interest of the public itself. Meaning that whatever should be done should be in the, if it is causing a lot of delay, which means that it's not in the interest of the public. Because if you look at the CDF money, it's nobody's money, but public money. And public money is public money and is people's money. So now if it's being delayed in terms of what to implement to the benefit of the society, to the benefit of the community, then that law must be repealed.
All right, viewers, in case you're just joining us, this is the People's Verdict with me, Kaptula Afias, and in the studio this afternoon, I am joined by Mutendere Ward 34 Area Councillor, Mr. Boniface Tiveka, and we are discussing the implementation of community projects in his ward, looking at the year under review 2023. Mr. Tiveka, moving on, how much are you involved and how much are you involving the community in these community projects? Because I did hear you that you are, as an area councillor, you are not privy to some of the details of the road that is in your ward. How much are you being involved by the city authority and also the people on the ground?
Thank you very much. What not preview are contractual obligation. Yeah, between the secretariat, which is the Lusaka City Council, and the contractors. Because there's the issue of, for example, we have electronic government platform, EGP, then we have the Procurement Act, which regulates the procurement department of Lusaka City Council. I'm not a preview of what happens, what transpires there. But in terms of involvement on the actual projects, there I'm very much preview, and I participate starting from when we call for, we usually have town hall meetings in Mtendere where we call the residents in a particular zone, because a ward is made up of zone, and Mtendere has about 13 zones. So residents participate in terms of what they want. By the way, these projects, even if a councillor just spearheads in terms of that to see to it that they are done, they come from the community. The community themselves are the ones who actually propose. Then if more than one project, like division on the particular vote, majority of course it takes it all. Then from there we submit it to one development committee, which I'm also a member as an ex-official member. Then from there it goes to CDF. I'm also a member of Munadi Constituency CDF. So I participate at all levels apart from a contractual obligation.
The approval stage and all those.
Yes. Hey, all levels I participate.
What I'm trying to bring to your attention is the issue of drainages, because most of the roads, when you pass through your ward, the drainages are missing. So what I'm trying to understand, how do drainages miss out in these road works?
Yeah, in terms of proposals, drainages are there, but in terms of implementing from the contractors, I would say they are not there. And the last time I checked, I was told that they are not yet done. That's the reason. There are no drainages. But if you look at the old road, like the third road, the one coming from Vera Chirua, the one Alikinkata through Rubis to Vera Chirua to Mtendere Market, it has a drainage, except that the residents and other Scoopers people are dumping garbage in those drainage. It was actually barely 3 weeks ago when I even participated with the Public Health Department of Lusaka to clean some drainage off the garbage. They actually dump garbage there and all sorts of things in the drainage. That road has a very good drainage system, which if properly checked, and I'm also appealing, and very soon I will be engaging with the Ward Development Committee and some city council officials. I would want to see to it that every house which is adjacent to a drainage, they should be cleaning their frontage. Honestly, who shall clean their frontage if they have to wait for a local authority? Because some people, they have a house, just in front there, a very beautiful drainage passes, a well-built drainage. Then they don't clean it. In fact, they even dump things inside there. Then it gets blocked, then they complain that the councillor is doing nothing. And yet that is honest. Even me at my yard, I take care of the surrounding outside. Yes, of course my premises ends where my perimeter boundary offense ends. Beyond that is council land. But because I'm adjacent to the council land, I take that responsibility of cleaning the surrounding. I've planted very nice flowers just outside my perimeter offense boundary, and I take care of it. And I can't allow somebody to come to start dumping garbage just right there. No, I don't do that. Yes.
I think that moves us to, I was getting to the issue of garbage, which is a challenge, not only in your ward in Lusaka, in many wards, including the Central Business District. How is the issue of garbage in terms of registration to CBs? How is the general response in terms of the issue of garbage from members of the community?
In Mtendere, in terms of the CBEs, community-based enterprise we have, some are doing a good job, others are not doing a good job, and most residents are not participating in terms of like subscribing to an established CBEs. And whenever we have a town hall meeting, be it from WDC, water and sewerage, whenever I take that opportunity to talk about garbage, and if they don't know a CBE, they come to my office, I show them a particular CBE, a community-based enterprise in that area. Unfortunately, others give to, in inverted commas, some junky people and scrupulous people who indiscriminately and in turn go and dump anywhere on the road, be it on the road, be it at Mahatma Gandhi ground. And I would want to confirm to you that I'm now quite happy, not very happy, quite happy that Mahatma Gandhi ground is now clean. We have developed a mechanism whereby some CBs, not everybody, some CBs, including myself, we now pay a certain amount of money. We contribute 100 kwacha each, myself and some CBEs. Then we pay a man who guards that area 24/7. And if you go there even today, you are going to appreciate that the area, since that man started guarding and we are contributing, the quantity of garbage being dumped there has reduced. Not eliminated, but reduced maybe to 5% of, because there used to be heaps and mountains of garbage there. But now if you pass there, it's just, that's why maybe about 10 ton. But we used to have whereby 20 loads of council vehicles, those 20 tons loading from there, meaning that 200 tons of garbage there, maybe in the interval of a month or 2 months. But now, last time the council came to clean there, they were shocked that only one 20 ton truck was able to be filled. The rest we went to clean somewhere else, like along the market road, where also they were dumping there. We have cleaned there, and have engaged the people who have shops there. And whenever I pass there, I see them. They have even put to my benches. That's where they chill from. It's now clean since then, and they are participating. And the biggest thing I've seen that you should never ever plan to clean garbage without participating of concerned residents, or else you'll be fighting a lone battle. So now what I'm doing, whenever there's that historical garbage, we don't just clean. I involve that concerned resident at that particular time, and they participate in cleaning. I participate, and then they start guarding that. Whenever we do that, and they have seen that it is actually working very well. Right now, if you go to along Mtendere Market Road, just near off to Mahatma Gandhi ground, there used to be about tons and tons, about 80 tons, because 4 of the vehicles is what you feel that time. Up to now is still clean. Yes.
All right. Well, viewers, this is the People's Verdict. In the studio, I am hosting Mr. Chiveka, who is councillor from Mtendere Ward 34. We are discussing implementation of community projects in the year under review, which is 2023, as we conclude the year. Well, Mr. Chiveka, we are moving on to the issues of markets. We do understand that there where there's near the police station, Mtendere police station, in that area there's a market, and it doesn't seem to be a properly established market except the one on the left. What are you doing in terms of ensuring that market area is okay?
Thank you very much. That one actually is not a market. It's a UNIP complex. As you may be aware, our colleagues in politics, UNIP, United National Independence Party, has a lot of properties dotted around our country. So in Mtendere, that complex is one of them owned by UNIP. So meaning that it's a private property, belong to a political party, their business part of it. Those shops are not properly built, in the sense that there are a lot in numbers and smaller ones. They could have built bigger ones and reduce your number, but bigger ones. But the way it is, they are just too crowded. Too crowded that it's putting pressure on their ablution block. I've engaged them on the ablution block. Last time when I checked, it wasn't very pleasing. As you may be aware, we have cholera in Mtendere. In particular in Mtendere, we have cholera. So such things can actually contribute to cholera. So I called upon their management. I checked on them that they must be cleaning, and not only cleaning with water, but with chemicals. So that area is managed by UNIP. It's not a market, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Still on the issue of markets, you know that area where they sell charcoal. There are people who sell on the open, going down that road as you are heading to the clinic.
Kazmai Market.
Kazmai Market, yes. I missed that term. With the advent of cholera in Lusaka, the cases are increasing. What measures are you putting in place to ensure that the marketeers who are trading from that area, they ensure that the area is kept clean?
The thing which is happening at Kazmai Market, last time there was cholera cases, was it around 2019 somewhere there? Maybe I'm just mistaken on the actual year. All those were cleaned off from the street, they were taken inside the Kazmai Market. They were all removed. Everyone was removed by use of soldiers. And actually those soldiers were not just what, they were beating whoever loiters around the area and tried to sell some merchandise. But thereafter, after the advent of cholera passed, people went back on the street. And it is alleged that on the street they sell better than in the market. And so the problem we have, even if they go inside the market, then there will be others at the roadside. Then those at the roadside will sell more than those. So maybe where that's where they fend for their families. Others are taking their children to school there. Actually, I would say that I feel for them, and I would want them to continue selling, but in a better environment, free of diseases. So now there's the issue of cholera. Number one, they have a toilet there. There's a toilet in Tasmania Market. There's a toilet in Mtendere Preschool, a commercial toilet developed by a private developer, which is on lease, and they are able to access it. There's sufficient water. I was one of the people who went to open it, and I usually pass by to check there. It's a very good and clean toilet there. And apart from that toilet, there's clean and healthy water there. Then in the market there, are assisted fetching for them a borehole. We sank it there for the market. So they have water for the market. They also have water from the ablution, which is in the preschool, which is a commercial one, where they are all accessing. So if there is any gap missing there, I don't know which one, because even garbage is being collected by the market. And after being collected, somewhere they keep, they go and through to the dump site of Lusaka Council. Yes, so they are okay in terms of hygiene situation there. Yes.
Now, going back to the issue of projects, how has been the implementation of projects in 2023 in general, from January to where we are here in December? How has been the implementation of projects in the ward?
Thank you very much. Like for 2023, the project component which we have is the load from Old Zambif coming through to Mwaiseni, then again from Market Road, meet at Mwaiseni, then it goes to PHI. It's the one we are talking about, which ZNS has started, only which has been interfered with the natural flow of the rains, but they have not abandoned, except that their equipment and their way of working. That's why I was saying that I think the world has evolved. We should now start, we shouldn't be interfered with the rains. We should just work, whether rain or no rain, we should just work. The world has evolved. Let's have material, let's make material and equipment that is able to work throughout. The issue of rains will always be there with us. It should not now be an excuse. That's why we should have proper equipment. So they have not abandoned the work, but it's because of the rains. So apart from that, for 2023, I think we had the Chainama Special School. It is progressing very well, actually. Chainama Special School has grade 1 to 7, but whenever pupils cross over to grade 8, we don't have grade 8 at Chainama Special School. So it will be the first time we're going to have grade 8 there. And the other zone, in terms of the way it is located in Chainama, they belong to, is it Tundi or Mnali zone across Great East Road. So where pupils who come from Tendere, they find it difficult to go that side. That's why we came up with 1 by 3 classroom block there, so that those who are in grade 8, they can continue just right from there. So that's one of also the projects for 2023.
All right.
Yes.
Going into 2024, we have seen that.
And the Mahatma Gandhi ground as a creation facility. We're also waiting. We are told that they are starting with Kaunda Square ground. From there, they are coming to Mtendere. And in Mtendere, that is the only recreation facility we have, Mahatma Gandhi ground. And I was promised that it's during the rain season that they will attend to it, because it's easier to attend to a ground. Despite the rains, they are able to do their work. At least for the ground, that's what I was promised.
I think perhaps before we leave the issue of the ground,
yes,
I'm sure you have been to Chawama, the ground there.
And Baulen also.
Yes. And Baulen, it is developed.
Yes.
It is very developed. What plans are you making looking at that sport? It's part of business, and when well developed, people can earn a living in sport.
Yes.
At a world level, that ground is famous. It has been there for some time.
Yes.
But it has remained in a poor state. What type of developments are we expecting? Are you putting a tape, or what are you doing there?
Yes. Thank you very much. To start with, I would want to say that since I was very young, maybe 4 years, I've been playing in that ground, Mahatma Gandhi. We used to watch Orlando and Green Eagles. A lot of good players came from there. When Vincent Mtale, when Babla Banda, when Foyo Tembo, and to mention but a few, and a lot of others, they have come from that ground. So now what we are doing to that ground, first is to raise the surface. After raising the surface, then put new lawn there. After that, a perimeter offense boundary to protect it, not a very big one where again some clandestine activities can be done from there. No, it should be a very short one, very transparent. We are able to see what is inside, but it's able to stop trespassers from just aimlessly going through that. And apart from that, there will even be some boreholes dedicated to that. And also in another stage, there will be in the four corners, there will be floodlights. And apart from that, the way it's being designed, it will move a little bit away from the houses. So that space near the houses, in future, not now, but in future, some terraces where people now can be watching from, can be sitting there. Yes, that is the whole idea. But what I've spoken earlier is the first phase. Then that one where to build some terraces where people can be watching like in a stadium to be another phase. But no wonder why it will shift a little bit from the houses towards the school, so that to create that room. Yes, and that's for 2023 budget. That one is on and is approved, and everything is done. Apart from it's now at implementation stage. Yes.
As we are going towards concluding of our program, Mr. Chibeka, this is a festive season, and we are aware that some elements, some bad elements such as crime and other issues, they take root. But in Mtendere, like other compounds, criminal activities of these gangs that are now popular as junkie or infamous as junkies, they are in the communities. How is the situation in Mtendere? How has it been this year, and also especially this festive season?
Thank you very much. I think ever since Mtendere police post was upgraded to police station, I think I've seen some improvement. I think I would like to applaud government there. You did well, and apart from that, I've also observed or seen the positive side of promotions, because right now it's now a station. The officer in charge, Mr. Mberenga, was promoted. Mr. Pili, the CIO, was promoted. Madam Kaz, the deputy CIO, was also promoted. It's like everyone there is being promoted. So it's out of that they are working very hard. I've seen some improvement, to say the least. Even in terms of crime, I think it has reduced, in the sense that they are now combing in almost every area. They are doing patrols at night, and I think even in terms of effectiveness, there's that improvement. So I would like to encourage government to promote more people and to upgrade more police posts in 2 stations, so that those people get motivated. Like as it stands, Mtendere police station now stands pari passu with Hoodlands police station as well as Chelson police station. They are at equal ranks, which means that even in terms of operation, it will be very embarrassing where we have a police station in Mtendere, then they are junkies and doing whatever they want. It will be very embarrassing. Yes, it was a police post. Maybe they were incapacitated in terms of decision making. Now the decision making is upon that police station, which means that we are going to see a very high improvement in terms of crime reduction. We don't expect the junkies to increase in 2024. We expect them to decrease, if not eliminated completely, that business of junkiehood. And so far we've seen even some key issues being handled in terms of Majanki, and we are happy as a community so far of Mtendere.
All right. As we conclude, Mr. Chiveka, maybe what are the major projects you're expecting in 2024 as far as the ward is concerned?
Right now, of course, there's also some projects which are outside the CDF, like being implemented through my efforts as a councillor. We have that one from Esther Piri to Niza Road, which that road is being done right now. And also a very good drainage. I'm appealing to the residents there, those who are opposing, we are talking about the drainage. Then some people were opposing the issue of the drainage. You know, I've already made like a veranda here in the road, but of course I followed and I talked to them that we are going to demolish. Starting from Esther Piri there, we need a drainage there to carry water up to Niza. Of course, there's that resistance to others who feel they have beautified the outside, but we are making a drainage. It's already funded and it's everything there. Then under CDF, we are going to have Church Road at A section, Church Road which will come from Helen Kaunda up to Catholic there around Mtendere Primary School. Then in 2024, we're also going to have a road coming from Georgetown up to Amos Church in Tukarikiriki, which will make actually as a shortcut to Ibex. Then apart from that, we're going to have again a 1x3 classroom blocks at Chainama Special School so that we increase the number of classes. Then we are going to have a backup power pack, solar, at Mtendere Clinic, so that whenever there's that power outage by ZESCO, we are going, our mothers who are giving birth in maternity, they will still have lighting there. Then apart from that, we are going to, since Zambia Police station at Mtendere is now a police station, there are some improvements which will have to accompany police station. It's also coming under CDF.
All right.
Yes.
Maybe perhaps before I let you go, Mr. Chiveka, you are a councillor who is from the opposition.
Yes.
In your ward.
Yeah.
There is this conflict between development and politics.
Yes.
Yourself, I've heard you are talking eloquently about the projects you are doing. Is this affecting you? How are you balancing your allegiance to the political party and also working with the government to ensure that development is brought in the ward?
Thank you very much. I'd want to put it on record here that the desire of any political party which was founded in Zambia is for the purpose of development. So as my party, Patriotic Front, they are desired to see to it that the country is moving forward, is developing. Mtendere Ward 34 is developing. What we are doing in Mtendere, like me, I come from a political party called Patriotic Front. I'm a member. But ever since I was elected, despite that membership, I'm a civic leader for everyone, be it from those for UNIP, FDD, UDA, UPND, even the Socialist Party. I'm their councillor. And whoever comes to my office, I don't even ask a political affiliation. I don't even ask where they come from, where they were born from, whoever. To me, I attend to people as their civic leader. And that's how they come to my office. I don't wear regalia for my party in the office because I represent everyone. Even those who feel that I shouldn't be there, I constitutionally represent them. They have no choice, but they are under me. And all I do is to do my work as a civic leader. We have an MP. An MP belongs to the other political party. Whether I like it or not, that is the MP who is there. I have to work with him for the development of Mtendere. It's one of the reasons why he had even put me in the CDF. I haven't defected. I am still PF. And they regard me as such that this is from Patriotic Front. But in terms of development, we work together. The MP who is there. There's no way he should be looking for another person. He's the one who is there. Whenever there's a problem, I go to him. Whenever there's a power outages, I call him, Honorable MP, we have a problem here. And he answers my call and he attends to my issues because he knows I call him as a civic leader. I don't call him on personal grounds. No, but on official on official grounds. But of course, is somebody I've known, like the MP is somebody I've known, even before I became the councillor. Even him before he became the MP, is somebody we've interacted with. Yes.
Perhaps just your concluding remarks.
And the other thing that people, what they should know, even if people belong to political party, Mtendere is one. We are one people. We are the same. We drink it together. We worship it together from churches. In the buses, we ride on buses together. So the issue of politics, what in fact are outsiders. As far as I'm concerned, oh, these are Mtendere resident, and Mtendere resident, as far as I'm concerned, this is our councillor. That's all. There is no politics there at all. Who belongs to what? No. They are one. Yes.
Your last words, perhaps any assurances that you have, or anything that you may want to convey.
Thank you very much. I would want to appeal to members of Mtendere compound, not Mtendere Ward 34, but Mtendere compound specifically, to build flashable toilets, those who are not yet connected to by Lusaka Water and Sewerage. And the other thing for people, whenever you are building a offense, at least try to get in touch with Lusaka City Council department, or you come to my office, I show you where to go, so that you don't build where the drainage is supposed to be. Build the offense where your boundary ends. And for garbage, please let's help each other. Let us subscribe to the CBEs so that let's keep Mtendere clean for the betterment of tomorrow. We want a new Mtendere. And those who are living near the stream, avoid extending my offense in the stream. You are causing floods. You are causing floods whenever we have storm water. Stop building my fence in the stream, along the stream, or you are trying to claim more than you can have land. You are going to cause a very big problem like it is now. Some of the areas are being blocked by storm water. Avoid building along the stream. Build where it is proper. I thank you.
All right. On that note, we have come to the end of today's program. Your host, I have been Afias Kaptura, and in the studio, I was with Boniface Chiveka, who is Mtendere Ward 34 area councillor, and we were discussing community project implementation in the ward as we come to the end of the year 2024. He has alluded to many issues, including some projects that are coming up in 2024, and hope you have picked one or two things, and more so is talking of focusing on development. This is Camnet TV, not just another channel. Keep watching. Till next time. Bye.